There we go. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Isaac Potter presents. We have our guest, Lourdes Salinas, who is, I think, the Mother Teresa of the United States.
You're very
She,
kind.
you
Thank you very
know,
much.
her other half, I won't call him her better half, her other half is working on the subjects of homelessness and
Yes,
housing,
yes,
all over the country, but they're starting in Sacramento.
yes, yes.
So,
And here we are. Happy Wednesday to everyone. I'm happy to
okay.
be here. I,
Hmm.
I became sick after the last show we did. So we did a
Okay.
show.
I'm sorry, honey, that you did too, by the way.
Thank you, thank you. It's lasted me almost 2.5 weeks now,
Jesus. Are you
and
still sick?
a little bit. It's
Oh,
more.
honey.
You'll see if I. Hopefully, I don't have to cough, but if I do, then
You think it was the flu or what?
it wasn't COVID because I took a test, but
Oh,
it was very, very asthma related, and so I was having great difficulty in breathing. And
okay.
first, I went called Kaiser and went to get an inhaler, and just to
Right.
realize it really wasn't providing me any relief in the tightness
Right.
in my
Hmm.
bronchioles. So I
Hmm.
called for some ampules for a this machine. I have a nebulizer, which you sort of put a mask on and breathe in a solution of albuterol. But it
Okay.
was, excuse me.
Don't please cough when you need to, for God's
Thank you.
sakes. I was gonna make a joke about doing a show about coughing, but I'm waiting till
Joke away. It doesn't matter if I'm
you're
being
doing
nice.
your thing here, so you're the guest.
I'm happy to hear your funnies. But yeah,
Yeah.
so that's been a big struggle. And the fact that it has lasted this long
Well,
is
yeah, I
unnerving.
think part of what's going on with everybody in the United States is we're just, well, not everybody. There's a couple of people still in Alabama, I think, that think this guy is great, but uh we're all distressed about the country. We're ashamed. We know that I mean, my opinion, nobody else's is the United States has pretty much been destroyed. I think the Democrats
Yes.
can put a few things back if they get elected, but the only upside I can see, and it's a stretch, is the other countries in the world are saying, okay, we need to stop depending so much on the US because one country, I think it was Germany, one of the politicians said, it's not just that you guys elected Trump, it's
Mhm.
that you have a system that would elect such a person.
Yes.
So, and I hate to say I shouldn't have said his name, but they can
It's
what,
okay.
80 and
It's okay.
75.
It's a travesty, the situation that we're in, and it's an even bigger concern that we are here at all with a person like that. But the truth is, this is my opinion, that the duopoly of the blues and the reds is a dangerous position. They're the corporate bought
Yeah, well,
politicians.
yeah, and the corporate bots have bought both sides.
Right.
The Democrats are not much better than the Republicans, I hate to tell everybody.
No, they've
They're
all
really
profited
not.
on wars, deported
Yeah,
a ton of people, including Obama.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so I think that there really needs to be an overhaul of that system,
yeah,
really allowing a third or fourth party to come in, whether
yeah,
it's an independent, a Green Party,
right, right.
allowing them to come in and
Yeah, be a real honest part of it all.
yes, honesty. But it's honesty in politics. They
Yeah,
are not
probably not so
synonymous.
much. Like trying to sell three-piece suits at a nudist colony. Probably won't get
Exactly.
very far.
Right.
I noticed sadly on the last few days on the internet that some people who produce stuff on the internet are starting to produce material for people who sleep in their cars.
Mm,
Where's the best place to sleep?
Yes.
Where can you not get caught?
Yes.
What do you do if you do get caught?
Right.
How do you test your vehicle for what it needs to be? How to keep your windows cracked without, there's some kind of a thing now that you can crack your windows to get fresh air without them looking so very cracked that someone thinks they can break in. And I
Oh,
just thought, and this was
those are
like
great ideas.
five or six accounts are now saying, well, the wealthy people are so goddamn greedy. They've got 50% of the wealth already. Now they
Right.
want all of it. And the rest
Yes.
of us have got to live on the street and in cars and in ditches and people like you trying to get some people homes.
Yes.
It's just very pathetic. So
It's very,
anyway,
very sad. And I attended this meeting. I think I told you about it. I attended this meeting a couple of weeks ago now, the Continuum of Care meeting. The Continuum of Care in Sacramento is the system through which all affordable housing openings come.
is it a government operated thing or what?
The Continuum of Care is run by Sacramento Steps Forward, a nonprofit, but there
Okay.
are partner agencies like the county, the city crisis
Mm,
response, these sorts of
okay.
collaborations going
Okay.
on.
All right.
And one of the gentlemen, uh, he's with City of Sacramento Crisis Response, Brian Pedro.
Okay.
He has the impression that people who are unhoused should be able to live indefinitely in a 10 by 8. And so I had a
Say
conversation
that
with him and
sentence
I
again by
said,
in a 10 by 8.
10 by 8, yeah, like those, I don't know, they could be called pallet homes or tiny homes.
It's pretty
It's a
small,
room,
isn't it?
like a bedroom,
Yeah.
and but a very, very small one.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so my thought is this, Mark, our housing system is based on a reward system, reward. And for people who are unhoused, the average populace who works a 9 to 5 job or works for the government, they believe an 8 by 10 is good enough. But we're not housing people with dignity. That
Yeah.
is only okay for a brief stay. Because if we
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
care,
No.
Mark, if we really
Yeah.
care,
Yeah.
why are we doing this when we can
Yeah.
develop bigger units with their own bathroom,
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
kitchen and bedroom, and all of
Yeah.
that being encapsulated in one unit for cheaper, mind you, cheaper
Right.
than one
Right.
of those pallet homes.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
what
and
exactly are we doing then? I
your
think we're
your
continuing to punish the poor.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
And your shows have given me more awareness about noticing what's out there. There is one Scandinavian country, I don't remember which one, but they what they do with homelessness is if someone doesn't have a home, they give them a home. That's what
right?
they do. They give them a home.
It's not
I
rocket
mean,
science,
yeah, it's not rocket science, but thankfully, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you because you have a way of voicing these concerns that make me think that you and I together will make a little dent at least, even if,
yes,
like I say almost every other show, that even if some other woman who's now 7 or 8 watches you and says, well, I'm going to do that too.
right,
I'm gonna become a housing expert.
yes.
As this country, you know, I don't want to say that. Why don't you tell us whatever you want to tell us today in the show number one? I heard we're doing 12 shows today. Is that right? Yeah.
A couple of shows. I've got
So
to run for some new
the
medications to
day
see if I
runs
can
out at
finally.
midnight, by the way. So we only have about, 14, 16 hours left in the day to work. But I know you
Right,
canceled everything
right.
else today to just do shows back to back. Gotta try to make you laugh after, folks. She does not want me to do this, but I am going to apologize publicly. I messed up. I totally forgot the broadcast with Ms. Salinas. Sometimes I'm so demented I can't remember your first name. Both
That's
Monday and
okay.
Tuesday this week, I completely forgot. Today, I set about 15 alarms between 7 o'clock and now, and I just kept, when they went off, I'd reset them so that anyway, here's a lady, Ms. Salinas, who's sick, coughing, still working for the homeless, still believes that homeless people should be able to have some dignity.
Yes,
Anybody in this country wants to look at someone who's homeless and give them any dignity. Come on, guys.
yes.
I talked to some
There,
homeless people because I've been homeless. One
yes.
of the things they said to me, one guy, I said to several people, what bothers you the most? And one guy said, the thing that bothers me the most is people on the street, on the sidewalk, go into a shop, will not look at me, will not look directly at me. And I just felt that was so profound
It is. It
to
tells you
be.
the
Go ahead.
state of our nation, Mark. It
Yeah,
tells you
yeah,
about how we see someone in dire need. And what do? We don't make eye contact
yeah.
because we don't want
Well,
to look at the
yeah.
reality of it.
And the flip side, of course, is, someone who's either pretty or rich or pretty and rich, or we suck up to them, we give them extra favors, we give them a lot of free stuff that they don't need.
Right,
You know, I mean, a lot of these, there was some company the other day that not only did not pay taxes, I think it was one of the oil companies, but the government paid them like $500 billion to do something, and they didn't pay any taxes. And I was watching Landman the other day, that fictitious TV show. So I don't know if what he said was true, but he said the oil business makes a profit of 3 billion per day. Now, whether around the world, whether
wow,
it's a fictional
wow.
comment,
That's and I
because it is a
yeah, yeah.
fictional show, but I certainly could AI it. And anyway, just anything else I'm not letting you, I gotta shut up and let you.
No,
Why
no,
don't you give
don't
us
shut
your
up.
phone number or something?
Yes, let's give my phone
Oh,
number.
honey.
Our phone number is five three
Yes.
zero 488
All right.
9768.
Okay.
530 488 9768. We are
All right.
Alternative Housing Alliance, and we have a branch that is a charitable organization. And just to tell you, I want to tell you a story, Mark.
Okay.
There was a person I was talking to on the streets.
Right.
And I was at one of these places, I think it was at a city park where people gather together, they bring food to feed the unhoused, they bring clothing, some people provide haircuts, this sort of an
Right.
environment.
Right.
And I was working with a gentleman to get a new pair of shoes. And so I kept picking these nice athletic shoes. And he would say,
Right.
no, no, no. And I would pick another pair that was sort of athletic like.
Yeah.
He would
Yeah.
say, no, no. He said, young lady, the streets are hard. And you want to put me in a soft shoe. He
Oh,
said, the two do not match. He said,
okay.
when you're out on the streets in a hard environment, you need boots, like a work boot, like even a steel toed boot,
All right.
because the environment is harsh. Weather, all these other factors that we don't think about when we're living indoors
Right.
that affect our shoes,
Right.
the soles of our shoes
Right.
affect them greatly.
Well,
And so at the end of the day, I thought, this here, the picture of the boots is a very, very significant and potent message, because the streets are hard. A person who's living out there cannot use athletic shoes. They're
right.
soft. They will be eaten by the concrete, by
Yep.
the
Yep.
whatever
Yep.
it is, right? That's on the streets. And
Oh,
boots are the way that people
good.
need to that's the type of shoe a person needs who lives out there.
Yeah.
And another story about boots.
Mm.
I had a client one time who was in his boots and he wouldn't take them off because he frequently had to run in the middle of the night if he was attacked or
Yeah.
different things like this. So he
Well,
would
if you
sleep
take them off
closed.
and put them beside your sleeping bag, they get stolen
Right, right.
during the night. I mean,
Yes,
homeless people are not necessarily better than us.
right.
They steal about as much as everybody else, sometimes out of desperation, but still,
Yeah, yeah. But they do, that happens a lot. They steal from one another.
yeah,
There's a lot of competition out there, and it really is the land of the fittest. The person who's out
yeah,
there, big and
yeah,
burly,
yeah, yeah.
can command the streets in a way.
We've never talked about violence against women on the streets because,
Well, another client I had was just 19, living in a transitional home, and violence out there is not just toward women, women,
right,
men. It does not discriminate.
okay,
People are attacked
yeah,
frequently, and this young man that I met in transitional housing had been out on the streets. His parents sold him. He
mm,
was from Romania. His parents sold him for food for the rest of the family.
yeah,
And so he ended up here with the family who didn't really care and ended up unhoused on the streets. And he
yeah,
was attacked repeatedly, repeatedly on the streets by predators. And the longer a person stays on the streets, the more predatory they've become.
yeah, yeah,
And so this young man, it really hurt my heart when he told me this story. And he said, "But you know what, Miss Salinas, I forgive them. I forgive them because everyone is trying to survive. And
yeah,
one person's definition of survival may not be equal to another person's definition of survival. And
right,
so I'm a Christian man and I forgive them." And so he was enlisted in Sacramento City College studying engineering. And so that's just one story of how desperate a family can be, to
yeah,
feed the rest of the family. And then the story, of course, the tragedy of how he ended up on our streets attacked, but also the resilience of humanity to be able to forgive. Mark,
right,
forgiveness is not for the ones who attacked him. Forgiveness is for the person who received the attacks, because he
yeah,
would never, for him to forgive those people does much more healing to himself and allows
yes,
him
it does, yeah.
to to make amends with that, to forgive the people, and then to continue on a better path, which is more rewarding, I think, at the end of the day. And so there's so much need, and so many stories, Mark. And I wish I didn't have so many darn stories, you know?
Well,
But the
we'll
truth
just,
is, they've made a deep, deep impression in my heart and my soul. And by
yeah,
golly, we will not stop this work Mark Isaac Potter
no, no. I just,
presents
you don't
until
know this,
we
but
develop our first
sometimes
prototype.
your image over there freezes, and then I think you've stopped
Yours
talking.
too.
Anyway, so that gentleman is a good example for the rest of us people, Christians, Buddhists, and Muslims, and Sikhs, etc., that we do need to try to forgive. I wouldn't say we should falsely forgive because that's not nurturing to anybody, but if we can find our heart to forgive people, that
Yes.
is helpful to us and them and society and stuff. But to speak about your source stories, I I want to say, and I just thought of this literally in the last 2 seconds. I'd like to say that we would like to have at Mark Isaac Potter Communications some volunteers who can work from their own home making AIs about homelessness. A lot of
Yes.
free AI video, text to video programs out there. You can just make a couple and send it to me or send it to Miss Salinas.
Yes.
We'd really appreciate it.
Yes.
You want to take a break maybe and then
Yes.
come back in a few minutes? We
Yes.
usually take a 10-minute break or what?
Yes. That sounds
All right.
wonderful.
On my clock, it says 9:19.
Mine as well.
I'll try to get back at 9:29.
Okay, that
God
sounds good, my
bless you,
friend.
folks. Thank you, Miss
Thank you all.
Salinas.
I'll see you soon, friend.
All right.
Okay.